Hey, great Taco Tuesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and now the weather.
It's cold outside,
It's cold outside.
and
It is cold.
is it cheapy cheapy?
No, I think it was chippy chippy earlier, but I actually went to Matamoros on my scooter, and it was cool, but not cool like let me wear a thick jacket. It was just like cool.
Yeah. Okay. I saw somebody. I was researching people candidates, and I saw somebody else on their scooter, and I'm trying to remember who it was, what they were running for
On a scooter.
on a scooter.
That was me.
No, no, it was somebody in Harlingen
Someone in Harlingen is doing my scooter thing.
has a scooter, and they were going through what's
That piece of crap.
the Jackson Street. Um,
What the hell?
and it wasn't like a Latino name. I need to look it up.
I
Let
know
me,
he didn't.
huh?
I know he didn't.
I'll look it up because there's videos on Facebook that I thought, oh look, someone else is doing a scooter too.
They're doing my thing. I don't mind. I guess it's okay as long as everyone out there knows I'm your
You
man.
you're the first,
I'm always the first and the last.
the everything. Is that Barry White song?
You'll never find
Not that one.
greater love than mine. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What are you researching? Uh, Me personally, not much. Maggie was researching some candidate that was doing the Erasmo in Harlingen. Uh,
Hmm.
with that said, I have friends of mine that are actually doing some research, which I greatly appreciate. So, to all my friends out there that are doing the research that concerning what's going on in the city of Brownsville, thank y'all. Y'all are amazing.
It's Chuck Vay for Cameron County
Chuck
Commissioner.
Ray. I actually like Chuck.
Okay, so yeah, it's
County Judge
him.
or JP.
No, for Cameron County Commissioner Precinct 4.
Is he really
Yeah, I think that's who it was because there's one of him walking downtown, and I want to say I saw another video of him on the scooter. I think it was Chuck Bay.
Chuck Fay is, I think, a guy that speaks Spanish. I think Roman knows better. He speaks Spanish. He looks like a gringo, but the guy was actually born in Tampico.
There,
Am I-
yeah, there's a video of him cruising the community of Precinct 4, making stops at neighborhoods near you.
on a scooter.
Yeah,
S-
look it up.
send me a link. I can't.
Okay, ahorita te lo mando.
Thanks. What have you found? Do tell. Maggie's found a guy in a scooter. Chuck Fay. I think
That's
Roman
all I
knows.
got.
Oh, I Harlingen is copying you. Those bastards. Chuck is running against Oscar Guerra in the Republican Party. He totally deals Spanish. He speaks Spanish, Roman. Yeah, the guy's from Tampico. Saquen las guamas. Guamas. Ya ese martes. Alejandro,
What's a guama?
caguamas.
What is that?
Caguama, it's a beer.
Oh, caguamas. Okay, got
Pero
it.
Alejandro no sabe cómo spell.
Oh, okay.
Caguamas. So did you and friend Sam, oh, you don't pay up the bed?
Oh, I didn't see this morning show.
You did it?
No.
It was actually kind of fun this morning, unlike the evening shows.
You know what, Vic? I'm out. And then you start texting me, come on the show. Boo. Sad face. Come on the show.
It's funny because it's true.
Yes, it's sad. I don't know why. I don't know why you want me on the show.
Because we got good chemistry.
Oh, because I know why. I forget. Because you like to pick on me like you do with your sisters.
I don't like my
Okay.
sister right now.
I sent it to you in Messenger.
Oh, that's what beeped. Well, of course, I'm on one of my 5,000 accounts.
Oh,
Good
thank you.
evening. Good evening. No, I'm still not convinced that Ronald Reagan, that Donald Trump ran, but I haven't had the chance to actually look at. I don't mind paying Sam those 25 cents that I promised that I bet him
What was the bet?
that Donald Trump. This wasn't his first time running for president of the United States.
Oh, I think sounds right.
Well, if it is, I owe him a quarter.
Actually, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Chuck, he's riding a scooter.
You guys could do it together.
It kind of be fun. Let me send him a message.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I challenge you to a scooter race, Chuck.
Okay, comments while we're waiting for you.
I, I sent him a message like he told me. Good evening, good evening, Miss Morium. Let's see. Oh no, Sam's not here to not know about Barry White. You'll never
Poor
find.
Sam, because he's so young. He's like a whole young. He's like the next generation, isn't he?
He's not well.
How old is he? He's in his 30s, right?
I think he's maybe in his 40s.
No, can't be.
I think so. We'll ask him if he comes on. When does early voting begin, Maggie?
February 12th?
Thank you.
I think so.
No, I think it's 13. No, 14. Somewhere around
That's what
Valentine's Day.
12th to 14th.
Around Valentine's Day. Good evening, Armando, my man. It's been a while. Where have
Hey,
you been?
Juan.
Good evening, Miss Lamas. Good evening, good evening. Chuck is running against Oscar Guerrero in the Republican primary. He totally deals Spanish, like Spanish fly.
Speaks.
Sparks
I think speaks.
speaks.
There you go.
Hello, EC Maggie. Good evening, Aldo. Aldo, I still haven't found your friend request. Aldo, send me an inbox message saying this is me. Miss Maggie, so happy for you and your kids at Canales Elementary.
Mm,
It's a beautiful library, and the artwork is amazing. Yeah, let me tell
yeah.
you, I'm a little bit on the jealous side
Why?
because Maggie gets interviewed by
Because did you by what?
by Channel 5 News.
Did I come out? I fell asleep. I fell asleep. I sat down to watch the news and I fell asleep.
Someone told me. I honestly didn't see it.
Thank you. I didn't
I don't.
think so.
I don't watch the news. But someone said, did you know that Maggie was being interviewed by Channel 5 News? I go like, no, I didn't know. I mean, how am I going to know?
And you know what? I think how we got picked, they were like, who do we interview? Oh, these people right here. And we were there. We just happened to be there. Like
Oh,
no
God.
other reason. Or wait, no, my principal says because we're so awesome. Oh,
Uh,
wait, someone's gonna say I'm a suck up.
Big Daddy's not here yet.
No, it wasn't Big Daddy who said it.
Oh. Good evening, Canina Hermosa. Good evening, good evening, good evening. A rato todos en el scooters.
Monday, February 14th is early voting.
Ah, was I right again?
You were right again.
Good evening, Miss Maggie. Glad you are on the show. Keep Castro honest.
I try.
Balance is good.
I'm his reality check.
Onta Carlos. E!
I agree. We haven't seen Carlos in a while.
We're lucky.
No.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just because you say it's not true doesn't make it a fact.
We also need to have Vito on the show.
Pepper and Patty is sassy.
Pepper and Patty is still angry with you.
I know. I love it.
She needs to carry it on, Peppermint. Don't let it go.
Good evening, good evening. I enjoyed the show with the candidate. Saw it on my way home, and as I waited for my curbside groceries, I encourage everyone to research all candidates before casting votes. It was fun. It was a fun show this morning. It was a great show last night. Let me tell you, I think I mentioned it this morning. As the Frank actually, thanked everyone and said that he had a good time. And Frank seems pretty cool,
And actually, almost 100% of the candidates are on Facebook. It's very easy to find them. And then there's I don't remember if it's on Facebook. No, there's an article. If you Google RGV candidates, it'll give you a list. Let me see. RGV candidates. Um, it'll give you a list of who's running for what. I need to find that link. The link.
Ballotpedia, no?
Ballotpedia has it, yes, but there was another one that is just like a newspaper article, and it's just straight down the list.
It's got my name on there.
No, I don't know. I didn't look. I was going through it because, like I tell you, I've been looking for information on them. But you can do like, except he doesn't have one. You could do Erasmo Castro for County Commissioner Precinct 2, and then if he had a Facebook page, that's why I said 99%. If he had a Facebook page, it would pop up.
I actually have an Erasmo Castro candidate. I just decided to just put candidates since I run for so much stuff.
When did you do that one?
I've had it for a while.
I've never seen it. I see
Maybe
it.
that's maybe that's why I haven't won an election.
Oh, these pages are old.
Yeah,
I mean, these pictures are old.
yeah. I'm
That
32 years old.
you haven't updated it.
No,
Okay,
but I put the videos on
I
these
see that.
videos,
Yeah.
so I keep you informed. 24 to 35. I think Sam's more like in the 40s.
No,
I
I
could
was thinking like 32, 35.
I could be wrong. Maggie, Maggie's going to be on the show. She, the Mexican Anderson Cooper, keeping Hannity on the comments. So I'm Hannity,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not the 12. Yeah, he's not 14. Sorry, 14th. Oh, early voting. I
Oh,
thought it was,
14th through the 25th.
I thought you were referring to Sam's age. I saw you on the news, Maggie. Oh,
Did my principal come out too? They interviewed both of us. You don't know.
I didn't watch the news. Good
I know.
evening, Bethany. I don't get the notifications you're live. Sometimes it freaks out. Try to click it again. Sorry, I miss Carlos. Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, the illegal situation downtown came out in Fox News today. Actually, it's kind of trippy, but I saw an article that I think that Roman had posted out there in regards to this individuals coming across illegally, and I'm glad that it's finally getting there's some national coverage out there because we need more eyes. Making sure that they steal less money from us, and I
Left.
just
Because we're never going to be able to stop it all.
Of course not. It's like, well, in the article, I think they said that they had caught 75 to 88 illegals or something like that. We're like, well, yeah, that's how many we caught. I mean, how many people actually came across the river?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, how's it going, man? Maggie.
Hey.
Number, I had freaking Wi-Fi issues again.
How strange.
So I'm over here with the iPhone.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah, on the download. Es Obama. And I'm
Sam de la
nah,
High?
I'm playing. Es que ya cuando entra lo de YouTube money, pues you gotta upgrade.
YouTube money! Or like Sam's cousin said, I don't know what he's paying you.
I wish.
Is Sam getting YouTube money also?
Oh, you haven't gotten it yet?
All I get is Tito Bolitas.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know.
Los puros thank yous.
I think everyone knows.
I'm just messing.
I think everyone already knows how cheap I am anyway.
Mhm.
Hey, anybody on YouTube like that damn page, please, guys? I only got 8 likes out of 40 people out there. Now
So
9.
why do you think Henry Cuellar's office got raided?
Oh, it's easy because of the money. They were wheeling and dealing in regards to a lot of the contract works, and I think a lot of it has to do with. I think one of his staff members got caught wheeling and dealing with some Pakistan or something
Okay.
country out there. So what happens is they're trying to make sure that it didn't come, officially from the top. Because what happens with a lot of these chief of staff individuals that work for these representatives, they don't really act unless they're getting the okay from
Mhm.
the individual that they're out there, uh, working
Working
for.
for.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think that's one of the issues. But talking about chief of staffs or executive assistants.
Good, good bridge there. Go
Sarah,
on.
did you have a chance to see what I sent you?
I did. I did. It's just real. I guess not shady. He was just like, "This is my secretary, or this is my chief of staff, or executive assistant." He
Yeah,
just put like a royal name to it,
yeah,
and
but the
then get. He just wanted to make sure that he wasn't caught, like, not red-handed, but he was like, "Oh, I've been paid out of my pocket to get business cards, and please get him an email."
yeah,
And
but
the city they didn't even think twice about it, and
well,
they're like,
again,
"Yeah, sure, here's an email."
what's going on right now at the city is, where's the policy and procedure?
Yeah,
What gives you the authority as a city manager, to go out there and give badges, business cards, and emails to individuals who are not employed by the city? So my question to the city manager was, and I will be, because I will be contacting his office tomorrow, is where the hell are my emails? Where's my email? Where are my business cards? And where's my damn badge?
you're not the
So,
chief of staff of anybody.
no, but his business cards can say Erasmo Castro, king of all local social media.
That's what I want.
I think they're gonna want mine to
At
say Maria
Brownsville
Magdalena.
TX. At,
Huh?
at Brownsville TX.
Dot. Yeah, that yours. I'm gonna want mine to say Maria Magdalena Aguilar Crandall, librarian,
I
and
put
not from Liberia.
But
that
it was just the fact that they went about it. That is it. I don't even know if it's a paid position or not.
it
But
isn't.
this guy does pretty much all the food work for Roy de los Santos.
Or he does a lot
Like his
more than.
little rag doll, man. It's sorry to say that, but he's running up, making do all the food work.
Well, he does a lot more than his feet. Let me tell you.
It's
Why do
crazy,
you
and I
have to be
understand
so
he's in
crass?
all these committees, and I had all that and the computer, but it's freaking updating at the wrong time.
Mm.
Um, it could be aliens, and I'm doing this because the other hand's holding the damn phone. um, but yeah, he's in several committees, and from Sombrero Festival to United Way to the Media Cultural.
It's all.
Um,
But Maggie, you see how it's all connected, Maggie? It's all the same boards. It's all the same committees. It's always the same. It's always the
Leadership Bronzeville.
it's
Always
always
the
the
same people. I know.
it's always the limas, the boyfriends and girlfriends of the city commissioners. It's always the same crap. And unfortunately, a lot of the individuals, they go like, well, que te valga, doesn't
Mm-mm.
matter.
Yeah.
It does matter, man, because
Hmm.
you turn a blind eye to this, and God only knows tomorrow what else they're going to try to slide under the rug in
Yeah,
front of us.
that's pretty much what happens. You let one slide, they're gonna slide some more in.
Yeah.
But look, going back into the illegal situations, we made the Fox News or national news in regards to the illegal situation. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the drugs that are coming over across the border. Every single time you hear about the border patrol or customs agents out there finding, $1 million worth of drugs, how much drugs do you think actually came across?
I've heard the rough estimate is we only catch 10%.
Exactly. 10%. That's exactly the same amount that I've heard. And let's say roughly amount that 10%. How many illegal
Yeah, but
aliens
how
are
many of
caught?
that is being caught by the county or by the city as well and not being reported?
Well, again, but the matter is, how much do we how much information do we, the citizens of Brownsville, actually get? Let's go back to the illegal aliens. We just saw the report in the national news that 75 to 88 illegal aliens were caught in Brownsville just this week. Just this week. How many people came across the city of Brownsville illegally?
Made it
Actually,
through.
thousands. thousands. If they caught something, now take into consideration, uh, uh the
And they don't necessarily stop here.
no, no,
No.
no, but take into consideration the workload for a lot of these individuals has increased to whereas we probably have it's like the schools, Maggie. We probably have a lot less agents out there protecting the border.
Yeah.
And we do have a lot of if we have a lot less agents out there protecting because they can't ask for subs. So
Right.
if we have a lot less agents protecting the border, that means more and more people are going to be coming across, going back into the city of Brownsville. If we're able to catch one unethical behavior by the city mayor, one unethical act by the Limas, one stupid unethical let me hire my boyfriend from a city commissioner. I mean, what?
Are we
How
How
missing?
much?
many more?
Are
How
Yeah.
we
many more
missing
things are
ninety
being let
percent?
go?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are we missing 90%?
More
Yep.
than I would dare say more than 90%. And that's what's concerning. That's what's because something that Sam says is true. Because, some of the other stuff, you know, they find out about and they make sure to hide that completely under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you, I know for a fact that they're scrambling at the city manager's office, at the city of Brownsville's office right now, just because of an open records request that I submitted. Because they've been told that I'm going to submit a complaint with the attorney general, and you better believe your bottom dollar that I'm going to, and I'm going to submit and I'm going to call him tomorrow morning. I'm going to call the city manager's office tomorrow morning on a live and ask to meet with the city manager in regards to this
You
concern.
can't give him a heads up, man. That's too many hours of a heads up.
To
He
think
might not.
ahead.
They might not find out. I mean, it's not like anyone watches this damn show anyway. But
Hey, but and I was gonna say, and in connection to that, okay, so when you were running, a friend and I who were supporting you, were talking about you running and your opponent. And my friend happened to go to a fundraiser for the opponent just to see what the opponent was about. And one of the comments made by somebody there was like, this person's going to win because the poor people in Brownsville don't vote. Only the rich vote.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for sure, this person's going to win because they've got the connections. And at the time, I'm like, not gonna, no way. No way. That's not the way it works. And
But
I'm
you do
saying,
know the percentage that votes here in the county or in Tech or in Brownsville, right?
what is it, like 10% also?
Less than that.
Yeah. And it's clica. And it's
Yeah.
sad because it's true. It's the same clica. Their parents were part of the clica. They're part of the clica. I remember when I was in high school, someone saying, when I have a child, I'm going to put them at St. Mary's because I want them to be able to be connected with the future leaders of Brownsville. And I was like, man, the way some people think.
well, yeah, and look, it's a common thing out there. People know that if you want to be in the know and the connect, you have to be part of the Saint Joe Mafia, Saint Joe group. It's just the way it is. But it's something that a lot of us don't ignore. We know for a fact that unfortunately, if we don't get enough people out there to go out and vote, they're going to win every single election. Doesn't much matter. And that's why they can afford the chicken plates. That's why they can afford the
Yeah. I've been
well,
trying to figure out how do you wake up the other 80
90
or 90% to get
how?
them to vote, you know?
Yeah, I'm on the candidate page because Erasmo blocked me on other pages from commenting on his lives.
You tell him, Roman.
You need to unblock some people. Somebody else the other day told me you blocked them. They haven't been able to see any of your comments. I'm
There
like,
has to be a reason.
well, yeah, they sassed him. So how come you allow some of these comments, like the person who was making negative comments against Roman, but then you unblock other people?
No, but it's kind of trippy because I don't necessarily block people because they're out there spewing crap against me. I block people because they annoy me sometimes.
Well, this person made a comment to you, and you were like, "Think."
Yeah, sometimes well, Maggie. Sometimes, believe this or not, Maggie, sometimes I have off days. I know it's hard for
No,
you to
come
believe.
on.
Some days I've got PMS going on. So
Oh, come on.
I don't know
Hey,
if
that is not appreciated as a comment. You can just say you're having a bad day. You don't have to blame it on a woman's
No, but
female.
wasn't there like
like,
some
you
sort
don't
of
understand,
research
Maggie.
that like
Like, see, this
mid
is
age
that's
crisis
how
for
sexist. That's
guys?
that's a sexist comment
Yeah.
because Us men also get PMS.
Yes, but
So,
no,
it's only
PMS stands for
it's only
something.
inclusive to you all.
Yes, it is. What were you saying, Sam? What were you saying right now?
There was a research for like middle-aged men going through
Oh,
like
I
the
know.
menopause
Cancel
thing,
that. Maggie's right. This is not
but
true.
the PMS is like more psychological for the men.
Yeah, you're wrong. Maggie, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I take it
Just because I call them middle-aged guy,
back.
midlife
Oh,
crisis.
thank you. Whatever.
I was wrong. Maggie, you're right. It doesn't happen. It
Um,
doesn't exist.
so you need to let Roman back in on your shows. I
I
mean,
love.
unblock
Look.
him.
I love Roman. I mean, I like
It's
Roman.
just the fact of just building a thicker skin. That's just
Yeah, that's what you need to do at Osmo.
Me?
Oh wait,
and
no,
Roman.
sorry. No, I think you do
both,
too.
both. It was a blanket statement.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good Oh, hold on. Ugh, I'm not gonna put it. Good evening. Good evening. Good luck on your run. God bless you. Thank you, Chris. Love you, Baba. I'm still waiting to hear about the emails, shenanigans, and footsies playing going down the city browser, Sam.
The computer is down, and that's where I have all the details of all the committees. That there was also
Dave,
information regarding the HOT tax, which is a hotel occupancy tax, and how they were dispersing the money between the, if I can remember correctly, it was like the Gladys Porter Zoo, the Camille Leitner, um, Brownsville Historical Association, and they all asked for a certain amount of money, and they just gotta provide proof of it, and that's pretty much how they pay each other.
Well,
Um,
let me tell you what's going to happen. Here's my Nostradamus thing.
Which
Uh,
you failed last week. I've been meaning to tell you that.
what did I say?
Go on.
what the Marisa stuff?
No, the number of kids absent this week.
I said a lot.
Yeah, you did. You said it was going to be bigger. I actually thought it was too, but I
I thought
don't
you guys
see
had
it.
like 75 people or 50%.
That was on Friday. That was the cold day. He was talking about how many kids would get sick last week and then now be absent this week. I haven't seen it. I'll check tomorrow.
Well, supposedly over the 3-day weekend, there was like 2,000 people that got reported over a
Yep.
3-day weekend.
Yeah. So then how many is it now? The numbers are going down. I mean, aren't the numbers going down? I heard.
It
That's what,
fluctuates. I
that's what
think it just
the
goes up and down
that's what
depending how they're getting the information.
who the
Yes.
superintendent said.
I thought I heard it somewhere. I don't know.
Superintendent, but he's wrong. Let me say that I've had people that have been going to the different hospitals, different doctors, and they've stated that guys, he
Yeah.
said, I just actually got a call. I said, Osmo, it's like positive, 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 maybe negative, positive, 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 positive. The other thing that I heard is that I think everyone out there, agrees that the kids got it at school. And let me say, it's like I told this friend of mine. I said, look, guys, I said that's one of the reasons why we've been saying, guys, if you have any concern whatsoever in regards to your children getting Omicron, coronavirus, or any of the other new variants out there that might be coming our way, don't send them. And look, one of the arguments that John White and other folks out there go out there and say on a daily basis is, the symptoms are very light. It's like catching a cold. I said, that's fine. But what parent in their right mind is going to send their child into a petri dish to catch a cold? You know, anyone,
Yeah.
Maggie?
I had a kid today. I was reading a book. I'm in the story, looking at the book, blah, 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 really enjoying it. And I look over and there's a kid, finger in full force. And then I'm like, hey. And he like grabs it and holds it. And I'm like, oh,
Instead of
my.
eating it. Numbers are going down at the district because they ran out of tests and they're
True.
using last year's tests, expired ones. Yes, I heard that as well.
You can't, if you can't test, you can't get numbers. Go on, comments.
So, Sam, we've got to produce that information. Trash didn't they picked up today at my house in Brownsville?
They didn't pick up the trash today at his house.
Thanks for translation.
What district?
I was going to
Call out
ask
your
what
commission.
street.
So I met a Chinese girl online. Her name was. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say it. Mayor Farquaad only cares about Elon and sales tax. He doesn't care about illegals. Let me say, guys, he should start to care because a lot of the illegals are coming through the downtown area. That's the only reason why I
Well,
would
the West
win.
Bromwich Church does care about them.
Oh God, yes. Well, they get what, $800 a day for each one.
Josh.
Yeah, I'm not joking. They-
800 a day per person?
Crap loads of money.
I'm in the wrong
You
business.
are. We got to start making some buildings real quick.
Right? Like Sam.
I just have a good question for the candidates on this morning's show.
We
Oh,
we can have it
Thank you.
Erasmo structure our business plan, Sam, and then you and I do the work.
that's
We could do that in a nursing home too.
that works for me.
Those are money makers right there.
Bethany, good evening. Good evening. Azerbaijan. We have
I
a,
don't remember.
good evening. Good evening. Maggie. Good evening. You got a better internet and camera, Sam. You look very clear. Awesome.
That's the iPhone working.
It is clearer than with your phone.
You know,
I mean, than with your
I think I
laptop.
gotta clean the lens of my computer or something.
Mhm.
I mean, with all that money you're making, you should probably get yourself
For reals.
like Maggie did. Good evening. Good
Mm-hmm.
evening, Mag. We'll have a super show. Thank you. I appreciate you. So cheap. He ignores the fact that Trump was a president candidate before actually winning. Cheapest, totally fat, and pat myself on the back court.
Wait, I missed what the previous comment was, and I meant to say something about.
She's mad at me, Peppermint Patty. Jeez.
Oh, Erasmo's so cheap. Yeah.
Jeez, Peppermint Patty.
I don't know. All I know is that I made $25 today.
What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do?
I knew a little bit more about Trump than a Trumpster.
Oh, so did you win?
Yes.
I
He
am
said
not
he
a
owed you a
Trumpster.
peseta.
Yeah.
You see, Maggie? I told you, a quarter. So cheap. Oh, I already read this. I don't think I want to read it again, Peppermint Patty. And as for Maggie, Jimmy, I love Jimmy. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Joe.
Maggie's so informed. I'm impressed.
I'm on what?
She's reading Google.
Yeah, I have the laptop ready.
Is this the Republican report?
That was last night.
That was. It was fun last night, actually. Biden administration is giving them ankle monitors so that they let them go into our country. Must be nice. I don't think that they can. I don't think they have that many ankle monitors.
No. That'll be too crazy
City
to be
Brownsville
tracking all
Green
that money.
are shady, bad optics. Everyone knows what's really going on. Who do they think they're fooling? The fact that we question and do not swallow their denial excuse doesn't make us the bad guys. Preach, sister.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the record, and I'm not gonna name them, but I did ask a commissioner if anybody else had an executive assistant or a chief of staff, but they still have yet to reply.
Why can't you say who it was?
Huh?
Because they haven't
I don't know,
answered.
because she might get mad. I don't know.
Oh, we already know. Oh, geez, is this true? Roy Dos Santos is gay? Asking for a friend. Yeah.
It was kind of obvious in the political running part.
Yeah. I think it's something that he's made very public. It's not like saying yes. Yes. What Miss Maggie shared about those who vote and don't is the root of all evil in the city of Brownsville. I think so, Maggie. No.
But I'm still wondering, like, it just still like boggles my mind about like why is it that the rest of the people don't vote?
They're not motivated.
No,
Or is it because many people have like let them down or something, or they just don't want to go out and vote and take 5 minutes of their time?
Did Sam just pick his nose, Maggie?
No, you just spit out some stuff from your mouth. That's
Coconut.
what I've been.
Who, me?
Yeah, no.
It's
I
that clear?
Yeah, it is. I was fixated on Erasmo's spit thing. Sorry.
Coconut. It's coconut.
Ah, okay.
So,
Yeah, I don't know how we can motivate people.
Let me tell you,
because-
part of the problem is that a lot of the folk out there, have been just beat to the point where they're just like senseless, and they'll go out there and say, "Why waste my time? It's
That's the
not worth
level of
it.
apathy that we're
Nothing,
Is
at.
it part of cultural, like
nothing
culture?
changes." Well, there's an issue with getting people out to vote throughout the country in itself, which is such a shame because other countries like Mexico, I don't know if you remember, Maggie, but during
Do
the
other
election,
people go and do their
90,
protesting just to vote?
90% of the people in Mexico went to vote.
This past election.
Yes,
Oh,
like a crap load. Here, we're lucky if we hit 10. What's a woman? I don't know. I'm not sexist like Maggie. I'm back. Jay Angel Latigo. I think I had a crush on Jay Angel Latigo. Hey, I can admit that. Love you, Baba.
Oh, and I saw that you're friends with his chief of staff too.
Brian Martinez
You have him as a friend
on one
on
of
one
my
of your
pages.
pages.
On one of my pages. Yeah, I let me say, guys, I like Brian. Every time I've seen Brian, I've come up to him. I've said, "Hey, man, how's it going?" Actually, it was kind of funny, but we were in Toastmaster. We went to. I would go to Toastmasters sometimes. It just didn't do anything for me. I mean, it was like, let's give y'all tips on how to speak in public, and we're like, sit down, let me give you a lesson, and
you were just
so,
going for the free
Thanks for the
wine.
invite when you went over there.
but I,
Mm-hmm.
but no, but I went more than anything because I got invited. So I go like, I go to anything I get invited to. But it was like, what am I doing here? I mean, I can speak or
Circle,
whatnot.
I can speak out of my elbows.
I can speak out of my damn elbows or whatnot.
circles
But
around you people.
you know, but that's and I saw Brian was all out there like, oh yes, Toastmasters, and I mean I like Brian. And again, nothing against Brian. And look, and let me make this clear because I think one of the other individuals that's a little bit upset with me is Marisa Leal. Guys, I love Marisa Leal. I just don't buy all the bull crap that they're spewing out there in regards to this election thing. And I think they're doing more hype. And and at the end of the day, it does more damage than good. My take, because a lot of people, the expectation is, oh yeah, we're finally going to get rid of Minerva. It's not going to happen, folks. Just
My
don't.
question on that is that that's being paid by the BISD, right? Or not?
Uh, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. If it is, because it falls outside the realm because it not with her functions as a board member. This is in regards to the election cycle, and BISD cannot intervene in regards to the election cycle. And look, guys, there's no one. I don't think anyone in the city of Brownsville has been more critical of La Pingüina than Erasmo Castro. There isn't. There is no love lost. None. She filed fake police reports against me, and no, I can't do anything about it. Uh, with the help of Baltasar Salazar, they pushed something towards Homeland Security to try to form a narrative in regards to Erasmo doing something that they know 1,000% that did not happen. So I have no love for Minerva Peña whatsoever. None. Zero. Zip. None. With that said, they got something from the judge. We don't know exactly what. Stay tuned and stay tuned. I'm done with the stay tuned. Stop building up the hype in regards to letting individuals believe that something is going to happen that probably isn't. Because Bobby Whiteman went out there and wrote, and I believe this or not, as crazy as I may sound, I believe what Bobby Whiteman stated that this could go through the appeal process until the end of her term. And that's how courts work. So nothing is going to change. Nothing. Oh, we won an election that's never going to happen. It's not a win.
But it kind of is.
How?
When the judge voted on your side, it gives you justification for what you've been saying all along. I am staying tuned.
Well, look, I think part of the problem is the wheeling and dealings of the courtroom. And look, at the end of the day, it's just whichever attorney is out there a little bit on the smarter side. And I'm sorry, but Minerva Peña got a crappy attorney. And I like Rick. Rick's a friend of mine too. But I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm not going to raise my hopes up. And throughout this whole process, and look, I haven't been going like, oh please, please. I'm hoping that it happens. Now I'm not going to, because I don't raise my hopes up high in regards to something that's probably not going to happen. And I'm sorry, they have not been very forthcoming in regards to information, and that just pisses me off. El Old Man and La Diva show coming soon.
I'm not a diva. Oh,
I'm not.
is that Ray and Sharky?
Ooh,
Oh,
man, Maggie throws it right. Give them bread and circus, and the people will never revolt. Yes, 100%. And Mr. Nobody's correct. This is part of the problem, guys. That what happens is that we get thrown crumbs to the people, and people are like, "It's fine." Like this was like a long time ago. Erasmo does not even know how he blocked me using StreamYard to show his name. He has no technical knowledge or abilities. And Roman is right.
yeah, and I like it that you admit it.
Fingering full force. She actually has a doctor's degree.
Yeah,
Sharky!
it's pointing.
iPhone filters. Sam's iPhone filters. Hello, all. Shout out to Rafa. He just got accepted to UT. Yay! Congratulations,
Hey,
Rafa!
way to go, Rafa.
Who's Rafa?
Her son.
Oh, yes! It doesn't hurt when they call you fat but gordo. No, bitch, it hurts. It does hurt, Pepper and Patty, and I am offended.
That's not Peppermint Patty. Oh, Peppermint Patty said it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just talking about Rafa. And the antibodies from having COVID are way better than the fake non-FDA approved vaccine. Uh, yeah, I agree. Good evening, Sam, Maggie, and guests. Why is everyone turning on me today?
Just today's one of those off days.
800 plus 200 is 160,000. Now you are saying this is per day. Imagine if they have more. Wow, it's tons of money. I see what you're writing, Pepper and Patty. Chris Calzada, who is Roy de los Santos? That's part of the problem.
Pat knows. Pat Hansen knows.
Pat Hansen,
Is being facetious.
to Pat's credit, Pat resides outside.
Oh, okay. But
Hello,
Pat
Maggie.
Hansen's always making comments, so I figured she knows what's going on.
Yeah, I love Pat. So, where is lawsuit against Minerva headed? Nowhere. South. Like, what does it mean? Nothing. That Marisa won the lawsuit. What did she win? Is there going to be elections now or November? Okay. No. I think it's going to be appealed to the death of it. Trump was not on the ballot for president in a general election. Sam.
But he ran as a Reform Party candidate in 2000. So he ran
But not for president as a Republican.
in the primaries.
No, the whole comment. Let me see, and and that's why this is why I won, Sam, because the whole comments that were being made. And let me say, Sam, the whole comments was in regards to him running as a Republican. Because remember, if you remember correct, Sam, I stated, I mean, he outdid all those Republicans without being a Republican. That was his first race.
Yeah.
Thank you. 25
No, no,
bucks.
no, no. Okay, because I said yes.
Ah, ya
Oh my
dijo.
God, you just
Wait,
said
But no, no. He was
Comments,
running
Maggie.
for president 3
Comments,
times.
Maggie. Comments.
that.
So he has ran for president 3 times. The first one he just bombed it because he bombed it.
Who is this, Maggie?
Lucy,
No, this
Stop.
person down here.
I know who you're mocking. Leave him alone.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Most of Brownsville doesn't give 2 cents to vote. That's unfortunate. But they take chicken plates. Yes, some were wearing them and were getting asked where they were going, flying them out from Harlingen Airport. They were going to Atlanta, Miami, New York. Is everyone ready for the infamous superintendent's visit to the different schools? I can feel the excitement. Questions will be: he wearing a district cloth mask?
Do they
Uh
even care about mask anymore?
no.
Yes.
Finally, Maggie.
I've told you.
Huh?
I've told you.
Good. The only way any form of government, county, otherwise can change and effectively be by the people and for the people if candidates run slates. Only majority counts. And yes, I agree with Ms. Lamas. The only way that it's going to affect the change is if we take those seats from them, all those seats. John White, I see in Facebook profile that your birthday is August 20th, 68. Oh, do you have the smallpox vaccine scar on your arm? Aren't you glad we don't have smallpox anymore? That's a lot of stocking there.
Yeah, he went Sam style on this guy.
Yeah.
I'm so white.
Let me go like full throttle. Check him out. Hey, yeah, when you, Carlos, and Frankie and Vito lost the election, when we saw the huge support, major turnoff to voting. Uh, yes, and I let me tell you, I completely get it, and I understand because a lot of the folks out there that had invested a lot of time and effort and stuff, and had seen the way that the election should have gone, a lot of people became very, very discouraged. And let me say again, I shared it then, I'll share it again. I'm very grateful for a lot of the people that actually came out to support. But let me say, guys, one of the things that I think is very important is we need to learn how to better our skills in regards to where we were deficient in this previous race. And that's just the whole fact of the matter is. And if this time around we worked at 10%, guys, we shouldn't just throw in the towel. Next time around, let's work at 20%, 30%,
You gotta
40%.
find a different strategy towards it.
Yeah, but Sam, let's do a little bit more than what we did the first time. And I'll say this, guys, and I appreciate it. A friend came over today and said, "Hey, man, here's a couple of bucks, some money. I'm not saying a couple bucks for election." And we're like, "Oh, thanks." I'm not saying the amounts. That way, I don't have to report it on the campaign finance report. But
But
no,
thanks for
but
staying in life.
You did not hear that, Roy de los Santos. Go on.
what I'm really trying to say is that I appreciate that individuals are still interested in the campaign, guys. If we and I'm going to use an example, if we gave $100 this election, try to give two or three. If you made 100 phone calls last time, may you ready to make 500 phone calls this time. It's just got to work a little bit harder, and I hate saying that because I feel like kind of got you like, hey man, work it a little bit more, but that's exactly what it's going to take for individuals to give in a little bit more of what they gave the last time, guys. Because
But
I'm
that's
going
not,
to, huh?
that should be our general goal in life. Is if it didn't work out this time, learn from it, move on,
Yes.
and do better the next time. Learn from your mistakes. Don't just give up.
Can I just state the obvious? And I know it's gonna stir the whole thing, but do you think it has something to do with someone in particular always endorsing the other candidate, no matter who you're running against?
Well, it only goes so far because one of the things that I think, Sam, is that is how many votes can you bring to the table? I mean, have you ever thought of that? And think about it. How many votes can you, Samuel Martinez? How many votes can you bring to the table? Have
Three
you
or
Yeah.
ever
four?
have you ever considered that? Huh?
Yeah, 3 or 4. That's
Exactamente. Well, that's where the problem starts.
So next
Because
time, Sam, it's 20.
no, but you can influence three or four people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the other people out there could probably influence. You can. How many people can I influence for a vote? I'm not sure. I'm going to say maybe 500 people
Yeah.
at the county level. Let's say 500.
like, let's say last time, let's say for hypothetically speaking, you had 6,000 votes, and those 6,000 votes people, they get 2 or 3 people, so that's gonna jump to whatever the
12,
math comes
18,
out to
12, 18. Yes. Yes.
18,000 people.
Yeah, and this last election, I was out there holding signs for you, and that was more than I've ever done before. And
Yeah.
so
Just
then
make
this
sure
next
not to get too
time,
close to the sidewalk.
huh? Say that again.
Make sure not to get too close to the sidewalk.
I know because Erasmo has a tendency to push out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, remember the drunk truck driver?
Oh yeah, Sam, you should have been there.
It's
I
crazy.
Crazy.
mean, I even saw the videos when Frank Marr was over here attacking you and Alton Glore.
And then when the cops showed up for standing on the sidewalk,
Yeah,
craziness. But yeah, but I was more involved and I spent more time calling up people and
it
saying
seems
we
like
haven't
it's like the
voted.
whole city of Brownsville against you, man. You
No,
gotta
but
unblock a lot of people.
well, but let me say, a lot of those
No, but it's
people.
not that. I know it's not that
I don't think
because
it's that.
you gotta stand your point of view
Those
and
people,
not bend over to them.
yeah, those people actually probably don't even go out and vote. So, and that's again very unfortunate. It's a disservice to the community when you don't go out and vote. Either way, even if it's against the candidate, because ultimately what happens is a lot of the individuals up in Austin and in Washington, they don't give a rat's ass about Brownsville, and they don't give a rat's behind about Brownsville because I've heard this from their mouth. They don't vote.
Mhm.
So why should it matter? That's guy. At the end of the day, see, this is where the dynamics of things, really kick in, because we don't have. I mean, as much as Frank mentioned it yesterday, we're not going to get a VA hospital. We're not going to get benefits because no one at the state level, no one at the national level is ever going to give Brownsville the time of day or the Rio Grande Valley the time of day because we don't go out and vote.
One of
It's
the
like when
things
that
that
it's like
one
that
of
one time when for the Salmos district when Michael Rodriguez was running and he didn't even win. And it's okay. He was contributed with the whole Dulce Don, the Salmos page, and all that ruckus, and he wasn't even able to get those people to vote. Like those people don't even come out and support each other, you know.
I mean, he
So
came in
like, what do you
third.
expect from the rest of the people, you know?
I mean, he came
yeah,
in third. You
and one
know,
of the things that I've noticed is when I'm looking up right now all the candidates and trying to get information for about them, I'm like thinking I we're voting for them in Brownsville. I don't even see their names. You don't see any kind of posters. You don't see any kind of advertisement. And I'm thinking, why are they not spending any money in Brownsville? Are we sure we vote for them? But I mean, they're just not putting any emphasis in Brownsville. And I think it's like Erasmo says, why if we're not going to vote?
so why does it
Yeah.
matter? But mira, I'm glad that Sam brought Michael Rodriguez up. Michael Rodriguez, literally out there in the community, Dulceton, with the PPP, helping the community there down southmost. I mean, he came in third place. And this is someone that has had the
He's
southmost
based
page.
out there, like
Yeah,
literally out there.
out there has the southmost page, well known. The southmost page has like hundreds of thousands of followers out there. And besides that, the reception that they would get in regards to all the events that they made was amazing. I mean, I don't know if you ever went to Luceton, Sam. There was people out there,
Yeah,
and again,
tons of people.
tons of people. So all that was for nothing because at the end of the day, people didn't come out and vote. They voted for the rich girl who has no clue or concept of anything to do with Southmost. And Rick
Because
Longoria
mainly
came
like the people who like the city employees that work in that live in that district are pretty much they're ones telling their families to vote for that person, the ones involved with that candidate.
yeah.
If that
The
makes
girl from
sense.
this morning is well spoken, but at the end of the day, what she spoke of, we have heard it all before. And that was my point, guys. And that was my point yesterday with Frank as well. We don't want to hear your party politics bullet points. You know, we don't want to hear this. We've heard it from everyone. And Sam brought that up last night. We've heard it from everyone. We want to hear what are you going to do for me? You know, just be genuine, be real. But let me say, guys, in regards to Morgan Lamantia, I was very impressed. I was very, very impressed because the first step for me in order to look at a candidate is are you part of the corrupt political machine? You know, are you, encircled with them? Are you part of them?
Yeah,
And if you are, it's a big old turnoff. We've got someone in Morgan Lamantia that, is a newcomer. So there's hope, there's hope without there being those connections.
and you need to figure out who their circle is.
Yes. Well, that's the other thing that we really
It's like
have
the
to
Mexican saying, man. Dime con quién te juntas.
Y te
say.
diré quién eres.
That
Yeah.
is why it's so important to vet the candidates, vet them. And look, guys, because at the end of the day, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. You know, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Everyone hide their 8-year-olds because this whole election thing, Adrian Salas is bound to make an appearance to support Minerva. Well, yeah. I mean, he was all over the county when they were doing the recount. You remember, Maggie?
No. I know he was there that night that they were doing the recount.
Yeah, it was all over it. Smallpox virus kills or maims everyone that gets it. COVID does not. When last year, when the original COVID was here, it's still only had less than 2% mortality rate.
What were they saying today? Total number of Americans that have died from COVID, 865,000,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
How is that different? Sorry, I'm not going to get into it with John White. I'm just not. Sorry.
No,
Uh,
is that different from like diabetes and heart failure and all that other stuff? Is that what you're trying to say? Because like every year the diabetes is up there as well, like 800,000 each year.
Yeah.
The heart disease, the same thing. Cancer, same thing. But the only difference is that this is it spreads easily.
Contagious, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know John White's always kind of dismissive of it as it's the common cold,
Yeah.
but never mind. Go on.
it seems like everyone is your friend and you love everyone, but doubt they know you exist.
My peppermint patty is.
That was kind of that was really kind of mean, and I'll say that was kind of mean because the people that we were referring to are people like Roman and Brian, and I do know these people, and I do, and I have nothing against them on a personal thing. And let me say this again. Let me say this again. For me, it's not personal. And again, to a lot of people out there, they may think that these little comments and little jibes they affect me. They don't. They don't. And I know I'm going to pray that the comment was made as a joke because Pepper and Patty knows that I love Pepper and Patty. But with that said, let me say this: as to if I tell you that I know someone, and they're not that important for me to hate. You know, they're not that important for me to hate. Do they know that I exist? I'm going to say humbly that 95% of the City Browns don't know that Moscastro exists,
Even the crackheads.
I like the way
especially the crackheads.
I like the way sometimes you say things humbly and then sometimes you don't.
Especially the crackheads. See,
Comments, come on. It's almost we have 3 minutes left of the hour.
Maggie didn't get it.
No, I didn't, Ray. Yes, I did.
I agree with you, Prem. Erasmo and his crew not winning gave me huge voter apathy. Yeah, I know. Me too. Trust me, no one took it as hard as I did. But I wasn't going to show it that night. I still came out. I spoke to the individuals that got together. I came on the show that night, and I did my darndest to make sure that I
Hey, but
continued
you
on.
came out like second or third, no? Like out of many?
Oh, I've come in different places in different races, but I'm referring to the BISD race. And let me say again, it was very, very hard for me as well. But I did my best to, put on my girly pants and come out and say, "Hey, this is what happened. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere."
You
And
mean
I'm
your big boy pants?
Your big boy skirt.
Texas, my big boy skirt and
Heard of-
my pink shirts and dresses. And guys, I'm not going anywhere, and it doesn't matter to me. I mean, again, it does matter the loss. They hurt, and no anyone that tells you no, I didn't have it, feel it, feel it, they're not telling you the truth. Of course, it did hurt, but I wasn't going to show that to the individuals that supported who were out there because I think it would have been a disservice to them. I wasn't all going to go out there and whine and complain and bitch about it because a loss is a loss. You learn from it and you move on, and that's one of the things that I hoped I demonstrated to everyone out there that night that I literally came out at 9 p.m. I mean, I came out at 9 p.m. after we knew the results, and I did a complete.
So, like, at what point do you think that? At what point do you call, like, you know what, that's discrepancy, and you want to recount? You know?
Well, let me say, like, and I don't want to sound like a sore loser. There's absolutely no way that those numbers were right. There's
Yeah.
absolutely no way that those numbers were right. And but it's the system that we live in, unfortunately. And until we're able to change that system, we have to abide by the results of. And there's no way to ask for a recount when we lost. I lost like 60 some to 30 some percent. I mean, there's just no doubt in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comments. Catch up.
Maggie, for Mayor 2024,
Look at this face.
Maggie
Mm-mm.
didn't get it. Gordo. You're being mean. Sam never said he ran. He said he was in the primaries. Go back and watch the video.
You see, she gets me.
Why is she so against me today? Sam, you look like you chased your dog again.
I chased other dogs actually. Now with this new rule, there's like more loose
Dogs
dogs
on the
around
street. He was chased by dogs
here.
or
No.
horses. You see the picture this morning?
Yeah,
In
my
Mexico,
dog's still chained up though. Like I have no shame in it. Like I still have my dog, even though you can't see the chain because it's in the grass. Because you're gonna see a huge, humongous dog in the front yard, but no,
yeah,
the chain to him, it's nothing. It's super light compared to the dog.
Sam's going to jail.
I'm not gonna go to jail.
I'm calling tomorrow. At Mexico, even the street kids speak politics. What percentage of Brownsville elections do you think are from dual? Let me say, guys, that I think that there's a lot of people that come to this country from other countries that desperately want to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the individuals that come from Mexico, Cuba, Central America, South America, they come with that culture, and they think it's an honor, a privilege that a lot of people from this country have just let go.
I've seen that said before many times by
Yeah,
people from other countries.
They take advantage of something that's already given.
yeah.
Yeah.
Start all of your campaigning early now. And time to work together, make this team stronger for Brownsville. Preach, Kevin. It takes the village to push the candidates to the win, 100%. And let me say, I'm very grateful for Royal. Royal also, as well as Peppermint Patty, Maggie, everyone is there. Royal has always been supportive, always held up signs, always put up stickers in his car. So thank you, Royal. Always has done his part. I will always appreciate true seekers and speakers in politics. They're true Americans. Preach, sister. No one watches Ray. They want Sharky because Sharky is el mero mero. Good evening. Good evening. I wonder where we're at. Royal brings in some of the votes. He does with his dancing skills. That Hanson, some dude in Brownsville. It's crazy time.
No, isn't Patty from like Houston area? Pat Hansen?
Yeah.
Ey, mastica con la boca cerrada, por favor.
Pareces.
Vaca.
Caballo. I'm eating jelly beans. I love them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, but not right now. You're 3 minutes over. Just finish this and then eat it on your own.
I need a campaign poster for my.
I know you did that on purpose, but hopefully in the commissioner meeting, the county meetings, that hopefully that gets excluded.
I
No?
need a campaign poster for my people's taxes have started. I'm with you 100%. Love you, Baba. I'll get you a sign. I'll look for one because I probably have a small one that you could put up there. Thank you, Baba. I love you. Even when the truth hurts, it's always spoken of those who really have the best interest of all the people. For evil to win, good people have to stand by and do nothing. 100%. Will you and Numbness Lopez have a speaking for him? We should.
2022. Lo acabo de
I love you, mi amor. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, Sam's not on mute.
I was gonna say, is Sam's wife speaking?
Yes. Hola, Sam's wife.
Okay.
That loss being referred was disappointing, but that should motivate people even more to get the vote. Yeah, I agree. Crowd policy, 100%. Sorry to say, but most people on Southmost do not vote. So when you're running your campaign based on Southmost residents being voters, you will not win. Yeah, the race that we're referring to was the District One race, which is mostly Southmost. John White, your. I'd rather vote for La Mantia, an unknown, than for the well-known Ratas. No way. Good job. The people that vote are either retired people or working middle class. Thank you, Grammar Nazi. I've never, it's never personal. Grow up and move on 100%. Oh, Eneida Hermosa. Oh, oh man, Erasmo la Diva Ramon. Saca las botas picudas. I've got those. I love them. I was out there at Jack in the Box with you. You were. I know. I love you. Erasmo, it's time to start wearing your red high heels and your sexy short skirt. Eh, after the win. Erasmo,
On a scooter.
the guy from Harlingen. Pedro Cardenas was an impressive landslide without opening his mouth on social media. Have you analyzed and learned anything from his style? Let me say, I think part of the reason behind that win was who he was running against. I think people were just tired of the Ben Nice drama,
It
and
was just the anti Benny's thing.
it was the anti Ben Nice thing. And let me say, it was probably the smartest thing not to say anything. But again, uh, I'm not that type, Mateo. One of the reasons why I run is because I want to look them in the face and tell them you're a rata. You screwed our community. And it's an opportunity to call them out on all their crap directly in their face. And let me tell you, I live for forums. I live for public debate. I love them. I want them. I need them in my life. And let me say, more importantly than I need them, this community needs more discourse. This community needs to hear what these
Mhm.
people have done and needs individuals who will stand up to the corrupt political machine and say no more, no far, no further. The line must be drawn here, and we shall make them pay for what they've done. I'm going to market those words. Hello, guapo Erasmo. Hola, Neida. It's is it Morgan Lamatia with your buddy Ramiro, Farquad's business partner? I've heard that. I think I'm not sure if Roman shared that with me or someone said it. I do not know. I have not seen Ramiro at her campaign or around her campaign. I would need to research. You really need reconsider your tactics and political strategy. You have over 40,000 cult followers. You just need at least one third followers to win an election. Go back to your grassroots.
Do we need to say cult?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I understand the terminology of the word, my
I
man.
know. I'm just joking. I'm
Well,
like,
according to the 40,000, there's only like about 30 that press like. So,
so they're really not cult.
God.
Guy, I'm not making any money here. No, but I understand what you're saying, what Carlos. It's just, and let me say, one of the things that a friend of mine who is an elected official tells me regularly says, Erasmo, you just have got to do the political work,
And he
and
won't.
and I say,
Because you try to paint them the picture, man, how like they're really receiving crumbs and like, hey, you could be getting better, and they're like, oh, what they literally need everything painted for them so they
yeah.
can see the perfect picture.
Guys, and really, honestly, I mean, and I understand what my friends are telling me. They said, "That's well, if you hone this in and do this, the political thing and everything." I go, "It's not me. I
Hmm.
am not that person. I'm not the. Oh yes, my name is Erasmo Castro, and I'm running for this race. And let me say, that this is what I believe in. That's not me. I'm more of a
Right there, those daycares.
yeah, yeah. That's not
Como los
me.
políticos.
I cannot, llévales el pan a los daycares. It's not
Sí.
me. Llévale los regalitos. They would tell me that, Sam. It's not
Yeah. I
me.
seen it firsthand. I seen it.
I'm not going to do it. I'm rather go out there and say, you're being screwed. Your children are being screwed because that's the damn truth.
Yeah.
¿De qué te sirve que te diga yo, ay, aquí está una galletita, the cookie revolution. Aquí está una galletita, vote for me. Instead of me going out there and saying like, is your life better now after 4 years of this crap? Because the answer is it isn't. Because
Hay
we've
calles
gotten
mejores de Matamoros que unos de aquí.
it's true, and that's the point that we have gotten screwed over so much that people just have just don't care. It's like mediocrity.
The people
Yeah,
are starting to accept crumbs as the big
they're
piece of cake.
they're just settling for the minimum.
Hmm.
I love my botas triveleras. Why did Roman always get thrown off of talk shows?
God, you notice that one too?
Ah, girl. Nobody votes.
Hey, there's Mike Pineapple. I was wondering where he's at.
I love Mike.
It is them to blame, to be honest, because
It is.
Southmost is the people.
Yeah,
So
it is.
there's nobody else to blame but
Damn it,
themselves.
Janet.
Amen. Love you, Teresa. Grow up from Ray.
Right.
And then the face.
There's close to 190,000 people in Brownsville. Look at the numbers. Only 5% vote. Yes, but take into consideration that a lot of those people are residents. I think the voting numbers in the city of Brownsville are, I'm going to think 90,000. 90,000. But with that said, 90, uh, the 10%, the 10% that can vote are part of those 90,000. That's where we get 10%. So let's say out of 10,000, if 5%, if 5,000 vote, that's some percentage. I'm horrible at math. We have many Spanish speaking voters in our community. Maybe a Spanish forum would help. And let me say, I was listening because I did do a little bit of research before having Morgan Lamanti on. I did see the uh, state Senate District 27 out there forum that they had previously. And let me say, one of the Republican candidate actually finished his closing statement speaking in Spanish. That's impressive. I have not heard from him. So, again, I still have a few of your election cookies. Oh my God, don't eat them.
They last as much as the Big Macs.
Yeah, I know. Like the ones they give free plates. Last one was here in International and traffic was bad, and with the dang trucks too, all for votes. And no, I didn't go. I didn't either. I was a little bit tempted. Well, let me try the chicken. Puro mendigo 956. Uh, ¿Verdad, Erasmo? 100%. Ponte a jalar. And then look at Isaac. Oh my God. Guys out there ponchado.
Está ponchado.
Está ponchado en el panochi. Está ponchado en la cabeza. Pobre mijo. Mateo, the nobody with nobody comments. What's Mateo's?
I don't remember what the comment was.
When will you begin to campaign in Spanish? I do a lot of Spanish, but I understand. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Ha 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 ha. Oi, oi.
A los trastes.
Roman, ponte a lavar los trastes before there's a domestic violence.
Mike, there's nothing wrong with the man washing the dishes.
Está ponchado el vato.
Está ponchado.
Está ponchado el vato, a ver. Oh, el chavalón. Yeah, Isaac está ponchado. I mean, look at
Can
está
we move on? Come on,
ponchado
it's
y, ponchado,
1:13.
ponchado y encuerado. Póntelo.
Go.
Maggie, you want to laugh.
Va a
Maggie.
salir un, ¿cómo se
Oh,
llama?
no, I
What
don't.
was that?
Yeah, Maggie wants to
Un,
laugh.
un
Mira.
Oliveira
No.
case.
Like what?
Was it Oliveira? A domestic violence?
What?
Who was the domestic violence guy? Was it Oliveira? Or the one that was like drunk after the bar?
Or
That he didn't stop until he got to the house?
Rene
Oliveira?
Oliveira?
See? I was right then. You gave
Yeah,
me a
but
weird
he
face.
didn't do domestic violence. He was just
He was just drunk driving.
drinky, and
But there was a candidate that was there was a domestic Captain Bob. No?
Captain Bob.
You see?
But Captain Bob beat up his father-in-law, I think.
I knew it was like bald. No?
That's why I'm on the show, because there's stories I never even hear.
Let me tell you, I could tell you stories about the night that Rene Oliveira got arrested, but he's not in politics anymore, and I have nothing against Rene. I mean, he's out of
It
politics. And
happens.
he'll never be back in politics, and that's okay, man. I'm glad that he's probably getting his life back together again. Maggie, tell it to these boys they ran from dishes. Good night, y'all. Good night, Miss Lamas. Ontalu. No sé. La diva is wearing a pretty apron. Lupe. Hey, Lupe. Mike lives dirty and shouldn't joke about domestic violence.
Here we go. We're gonna
What
start
a
going back and forth.
what a comeback. Ba-dum-bum.
Stop.
Love you. Love you, Roman. ¿Qué pasa en la Ribera? Ahorita
They're trying
Nation.
to practice football, ya que les fue más o menos en el season. Están comenzando desde ahorita.
Oh, that's why. That's why that little kid. What's his name? Isaac came out. Now I get it.
Bro, you guys gotta learn some strategy.
Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, Rivera boys out there. I love y'all boys. Y'all know that. I
Who's
love
the
my
coach?
Rivera. I
Who's
love
the
my
coach
Rivera.
over at Rivera football?
Charlie Atkinson.
Mm.
I love my Rivera players. Let me tell you guys, I know people are upset because of the comment. It's just a comment, guys. Stop being little wusses out there. Yeah, grow up, Ray. District champs this year. Amazing job, guys. Y'all are amazing athletes. And let me say, Isaac and Jesse, there is no one out there that went out to support more of your games than Erasmo Castro. So, that's cool. If you want to go out there and say whatever you want to say, somos una en la Ribera, eh, maybe just one of those words. But, guys, I love you, Rivera Raiders, and all my other guys out there that play football, play sports, or in band. And by guys, I mean guys and girls, because I don't want
And
someone
if
saying
you're in Rivera and you're about to turn 18, register to damn vote.
Register to vote.
if you're playing football at Rivera and you're 18, 19, register to vote.
And
Yeah,
make
but
sure you graduate this year.
And a freshman, register to vote.
Stop it and a freshman. You have a week.
Yes.
Yes.
The end of this month, up until the end of this month.
And Roger LG. So yes, all my Rivera Raiders that are 18 and 19 and in ninth grade, register to vote.
And the deadline also is Monday if you're going to retire and you want to get the stipend.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people are excited about that. Eric, my man.
Yeah, if you've worked 15 to 29 years, you get $3,000 stipend for turning in the paperwork already. And if you worked more than 30 or more years, you get 6,000. But the deadline is this next Monday.
It is
5
so
o'clock.
retire 5 o'clock.
There's 3 forms online you need to fill out.
Please.
And I'm assuming they're hiring a lot more people, more teachers.
A lot more subs. Ramon wants to come on the Word Willie Talk Show. I think sure he does. Guys, we're done. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. You still believe in all that crap? I don't. I'm done. Love you, Ramon. Who's that? Mateo.
Are they related? Is that what they were saying earlier?
No.
Oh.
To answer your question, Maggie, 850,000 deaths to the COVID out of the population of 30 million. Not a majority mortality rate. Guys.
But we were talking about in comparison to something else. Anyway, again, not going to get into it with John White.
Guys, have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Guys, be good to each other and please continue to be good to me. Love you, Raiders.